Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Friday. We got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today, starting with the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Chicago Cubs. Dodgers opening up as road favorites at minus 175. The Cubs plus 150 with the over-under at 9.5. Dodgers coming into this matchup 10-10. The Cubs 11-7. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias with an ERA of 1.90. Pitching for the Cubs is Drew Smyly with an ERA of 4.70. Urias, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts, and that was against the Cubs. Smyly, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts, and that was also against the Dodgers. And Dodgers beating the Cubs yesterday 6-2, a nice win for Dodgers. The Dodgers 12-2 against the Cubs right now. They've been very good against the Cubs. I do like Urias on the mound. He's been very good this season. Smyly coming off a good game. He's been pretty solid as well. I don't know. Maybe this is the series for the Dodgers here because they've been playing very bad. And they only won 1 out of 3 in the last Cubs series about a week or 2 ago. And I don't know. I like what I saw from them yesterday. And I think I'll take a shot with the Dodgers on the road. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Pirates opening up as home favorites at minus 135. Cincinnati plus 120 with the over-under at 8.5. Reds coming into this matchup 7-12. The Pirates 13-7. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 1.42. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 3.80. Ashcraft, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Keller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 3 strikeouts. Reds on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Pittsburgh 3-4 yesterday. Pitt playing well on a 4-game winning streak, playing good baseball. Cincinnati 1-12 on the road, 2-9 straight up against Pittsburgh. And yeah, I think I'm going to roll with the Pirates at home. Next matchup, we got the Chicago White Sox versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 170. The White Sox plus 150 with the over-under at 8.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 7-12. The Rays 16-3. Pitching for the White Sox is Michael Kopech with an ERA of 6.32. Pitching for the Rays is Calvin Faucher with an ERA of 4.15. Kopech, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, and had 4 strikeouts. Faucher, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. The White Sox coming off a Philly loss. Tampa Bay on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Reds wins. Yeah, I love the way Tampa's playing. They're 10-0 at home right now, really getting it done. Yeah, gonna roll with the Rays at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 280. Colorado plus 240 with the over-under at 8.5. Rockies coming into this matchup 6-14. The Phillies 8-12. Pitching for the Rockies is Noah Davis with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Phillies is Aaron Nola with an ERA of 5.91. Davis, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Nola, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Colorado beating the Phillies 5-0 yesterday after being on a bad, an 8-game losing streak, finally getting a win. Yeah, a bad loss for Philly yesterday here, but still really don't trust this Rockies team. I mean, it's been their first win in like 2 weeks or so, and I think I'm gonna run it back with the Phillies at home here. Next matchup, we get the Detroit Tigers versus the Baltimore Orioles. Baltimore opening up as home favorites at minus 175. Detroit plus 155 with the over-under at 8.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 7-10. Baltimore 11-7. Pitching for the Tigers is Michael Lorenzen with an ERA of 13.50. Pitching for Baltimore is Tyler Wells with an ERA of 3.86. Lorenzen, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Wells, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Detroit coming off a Cleveland loss. Baltimore on a 3-game winning streak. I mean, they're playing good baseball right now. I like Baltimore at home here. Lorenzen did not look good in his debut, giving up 6 runs here, and I think I'm gonna lean with the Orioles at home. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at minus 135. Toronto plus 115 with the over/under at 9. Blue Jays coming into this matchup 11-8. The Yankees 12-7. Pitching for the Blue Jays is Yusei Kikuchi with an ERA of 4.70. Pitching for the Yankees is Domingo Yerman with an ERA of 3.86. Kikuchi, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 9 strikeouts. Domingo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 11 strikeouts. Pretty even pitching matchup there. Toronto coming off that bad Houston loss. Yankees on a little 2-game winning streak coming off Angels wins. Toronto is 6-3 on the road. Very even pitching matchup. Both pitchers pitching very well here. And I think I'm going to take a shot with the Blue Jays plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at minus 135. Miami plus 120 with the over/under at 8. Miami coming into this matchup 10-9. The Guardians also 10-9. Pitching for the Marlins is Braxton Garrett with an ERA of 3.38. Pitching for the Guardians is Zach Plesac with an ERA of 6.92. Garrett, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. Plesac, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Miami coming off a Giants loss. Cleveland coming off a Detroit win. Both teams, haven't played that great here in their last 4 or 5 matchups, and pretty even pitching matchup here. I think I'll take a shot with the Marlins plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 120. Houston plus 100 with the over/under at 8.5. Astros coming into this matchup 9-10. Atlanta 14-5. Pitching for the Astros is Hunter Brown with an ERA of 1.93. Pitching for the Braves is Bryce Elder with an ERA of 1.53. Brown, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Elder, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Houston beating Toronto 8-1 in their last game. Atlanta coming off a San Diego loss, but nonetheless, Braves are still playing great baseball. Atlanta is 11-5 at home against Houston, where they've been good. They're 8-1 in their last 9, and I think I'm gonna roll with the better team here, and I'm gonna roll with the Braves at home. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Texas Rangers. Rangers opening up as home favorites at minus 210. Oakland plus 175 with the over/under at 8.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 3-16. The Rangers 12-6. Pitching for Oakland is J.P. Sears with an ERA of 4.60. Pitching for the Rangers is John Gray with an ERA of 3.21. Sears, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Gray, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 run, and had 2 strikeouts. Oakland on a 7-game losing streak right now. Rangers on a 4-game winning streak. Oakland's just been absolutely horrible, and Rangers playing well. Gonna roll with the Rangers at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at -175. Boston +140 with the over-under at 8.5. Boston coming into this matchup 10-10. The Brewers 14-5. Pitching for the Red Sox is Nick Pivetta with an ERA of 4.50. Pitching for the Brewers is Freddie Peralta with an ERA of 3.18. Pivetta, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Peralta, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Boston, coming off a Minnesota win. Brewers on a 4-game winning streak, coming off a Seattle series sweep. Brewers playing well right now. Boston is just 2-7 against the Brewers, where they do struggle head-to-head here. Yeah, like the Brewers here. I like Peralta on the mound, and I'm going to roll with the Brewers at home. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -220. Washington +180 with the over-under at 8. Washington coming into this matchup 5-13. The Twins 11-8. Pitching for the Nationals is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 3.52. Pitching for the Twins is Tyler Mahle with an ERA of 4.11. Williams, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Mahle, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Washington on a 2-game losing streak. They're 1-6 in their last 7 right now. Minnesota 1-4 in their last 5, coming off a rough Boston series here, but I think a good matchup with this struggling Washington team will be good for the Twins, and I'm going to roll with the Twins at home. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at -290. The Royals +230 with the over-under at 8.5. Pitching for the Royals coming into this matchup 4-15. The Angels 9-10. Pitching for the Royals is Taylor Clark with an ERA of 6.75. Pitching for the Angels is Shohei Ohtani with an ERA of 0.86. Clark, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Ohtani, his last start, he pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Royals 1-9 in their last 10. Angels coming off a couple of bad Yankees losses here, but Ohtani on the mound up against a very bad Royals team. Good spot for the Angels to get back on track here, get some wins, and I'm going to roll with the Angels at home. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. It looks like both teams are in a pick'em scenario at -105 with the over-under at 8.5. Padres coming into this matchup 10-11. Arizona 11-9. Pitching for the Padres is Seth Lugo with an ERA of 2.70. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Gallen with an ERA of 3.93. Lugo, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Gallen, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Padres on a 2-game winning streak, beating Arizona 7-5 yesterday. Arizona on a 2-game losing streak right now. San Diego is 5-1 on the road against Arizona, 5-1 straight up against Arizona. So they've been very good against the Diamondbacks here. And in a pick'em scenario, we'll roll with the better head-to-head team, and I'm going to roll with the Padres on the road. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Seattle Mariners. Mariners opening up as home favorites at -130. Cardinals +115 with the over-under at 8. Cardinals coming into this matchup 8-11. Seattle also 8-11. Pitching for the Cardinals is Steven Matz with an ERA of 6.48. Pitching for the Mariners is George Kirby with an ERA of 3.78. Matz, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Kirby, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. St. Louis, coming off a big Arizona win. Seattle on a little 3-game losing streak. Did not look good in that Brewers series. St. Louis is 10-5 against Seattle here, and I think I'll take a shot with the Cardinals plus 1.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the San Francisco Giants. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over/under at 9. Mets coming into this matchup 13-7. The Giants 6-12. Pitching for the Mets is Joey Lucchesi with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Giants is Anthony DeSclafani with an ERA of 1.42. Lucchesi has not pitched yet this season, so we'll see how well he makes in his debut. DeSclafani, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Mets playing great baseball, 8-2 in their last 10. They beat the Giants 9-4 yesterday. Giants 1-6 in their last 7. They really struggle right now. Mets are 6-1 on the road. Even Lucchesi getting his start. Giants have just looked absolutely awful, and I'll take a shot with the Mets on the road in this one. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.